What's good, y'all? It's the Melody Doctor back in the building, making melodies for you guys and showing you guys how to make better melodies in FL Studio. So, in this video, we're going to talk about melody tips for 2025. Going to make a melody in real time and kind of explain the latest and greatest process. I've been playing piano since middle school and I'm in my 30s. So, I have a lot of experience playing piano and making melodies and melody tutorials for that matter. And basically, like, I'm going to show you exactly the process that I'm at right now. And I just took, like, I think a week and a half off where I did nothing but just play piano on the side, which I totally recommend, like, getting a standalone piano. If you're into the piano part of beat making, definitely get a standalone piano. It helps even me in my stage because sometimes my melodies get kind of stale. I get on the standalone. I kind of get my rhythm back, and it took like I said like a week or so. But and then another adjustment that I made, which is kind of crazy that I'm just now doing this, but I go to the MIDI settings and I set this to velocity and this to release. I think before I had it at none, and you kind of get like a very straight line melody. I think when you do this, it makes it more like realistic and humanized, and I think that sounds better. And last, like, just as an overall, the strategy that I use is basically like this, and I think this works for every part of the beat, right? I mean, it just does. Number one, you get the right sound, you get the right pattern, and then you mix it right. And if you do those three things well, you're going to have a good melody. And it flows with the whole beat. Like, same thing with drums. Pattern, sound, mix. Like, if you do those things well. So I'm going to try to A+ everything. And it doesn't always happen. And, but just having that mentality. But like I said, it doesn't always happen. I might not be able to pick the best sound, I might not, and it's also to each his own. Like, some people like sounds and whatever. Let's just get to it. All right, so I'm in GMS. I just found a pretty cool sound in GMS called the Synth Toy Harp. So I went to Wise Labs. I clicked the bank, Wise Labs. It's like literally the last sound. So I think this is a good starter sound. So I'm gonna go like this. Okay, hold on. Let me think about how I'm gonna do this. Okay, I can at least play that first part. This is going pretty fast, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like this fast, maybe. Probably faster than that. This one's going real fast. Put it at beat. Once you get it on beat, like, I'm gonna try to play it on beat basically, and I always have it on beat now too because it'll record better, and I think that's a critical part of this, saving a lot of time and effort. All right, and let's record. Let me try that again. All right, so I'm gonna just get that part. I'm gonna edit the bottom part in. And I always try to push the melody pattern to the limit, so I couldn't even really play it in real life, but that's where FL comes in, I'm just gonna like edit this into like a better melody. Like, I couldn't play the bottom part where I'm kind of hitting the lower notes here in real time. It was just way too hard. Alright, so we know how this front part goes. I'm basically just going to copy this, and I'm going to kind of like drag it over like that. And then I'm going to kind of like drag it over like that. And then I'm going to, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me actually hear how this sounds. All right. That's good. That's good. And then I'm gonna go like this. Let me just do a quick preface. However you get the pattern is on you. I always say, like, instead of me really trying to explain, I'll give a brief explainer how I play this, but just get reps on a standalone piano. I mean, I say it time and time again. If you want to get better at playing piano, you got to play piano. Like, I don't know if there's another way to get any better. What I'm doing is just kind of like hitting only the white keys. I'm not hitting any of the black keys. You can involve the black keys, and sometimes it can sound better for sure. In fact, a lot of like scales, if you look at like music theory, involve black keys. I'm actually mostly on the side of not using music theory. I actually feel like using music theory can sometimes make your melody sound stale. It can make it sound good, but stale at the same time. So I actually kind of like, I know music theory, but I kind of like get away from it because I think it just makes your melody sound stale. That's just my opinion, but I think it's good to know, but not good to like just play scales all the time. That's what I'm getting at. All right, I think that's good right there. So we got the pattern. I would say the pattern is close to an A. It's a little slower than I wanted to play it, so we can kind of just up the BPM. Now this BPM is kind of high at this point. And what we can do is clone this, try to layer a pad over it, see if that makes it sound any better. I usually try that at least like once. So I'm just copying the pattern, pasting another sound basically. Just picking another sound. You can also find another sound to layer it over with. That combo is pretty decent. I don't think GMS has the best pads. Let's try Citrus and see if we can find something that's actually decent. Citrus has a whole massive pad section here. So we have all these in here. Let's just turn the volume down on these. We're gonna kind of turn it down. So now we're gonna enter the mix zone. We found kind of a decent enough sound. We're gonna kind of enter the mix zone here. And before we continue, check out melodydoctor.com. We got the Heart Pulse template, which is the template I use in this video. I promise you make better melodies with this. I designed it to make good melodies, even as far as the color scheme. Uses color psychology. I think it just helps you make better melodies. It's like a calm plus relaxation, or something like that. Creativity. Okay, so let's see here. And what was I doing? We're mixing. Turn the volume down. Typically, we're going to turn the volume down before it goes into the mixer. I'd probably put it at like maybe even 40%. So we got like 3 layers of sounds, which kind of makes it like sound fuller, if you will. So we have a good starting point. It's not the worst melody. It's all right. I promise you, I can make better melodies off camera. I don't know what it is. When I film, I feel like it's like harder to focus. But anyways, I can pretty much mix the same on camera. So reverb. Mixing fundamentals are reverb, compressor, and then potentially other. I would at least try, and I need to update this template, which if you purchase it, At this point, you should get this version. I'm gonna switch to this. I started to use the Soundgoodizer for pretty much every sound going forward as a compressor. I just think it's the easiest compressor to use, and I think it's like pretty good. I mean, it takes its critiques, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of hit songs that use Soundgoodizer. Like, I guarantee you, it's just like it's so user friendly. Like, I can pretty much guarantee you a lot of producers use that. So reverb, I feel like is classic. Reverb is actually like a real tool. It's not just like an effect. It's like the near and far. So if you don't want all your sounds to be like in the same area, you typically want like a wider kind of sound, or like a more where you can hear every sound. Basically, you kind of push this back. That's what I do, just a little bit. So I'll listen to it. And it gives a really cool effect too, like kind of makes it sound like it leaves space for the other sounds. You can go kind of to the extreme like this. I just kind of look for that sweet spot. You can try other things like gross beat, gross beat's cool. I like the flanging. Flangings are cool. Definitely try the flang. I don't love the clicking part at the end. I think that sounds the most smooth. I'm just demoing. I'm just messing around, just showing y'all stuff. There's like things like the Fruity Love Filter. Fruity Love Filter has a good sound. Try using Fruity Love Filter over your whole beat. But melodies too, for sure. And then again, you see how quiet it is, which is good. Now you kind of add that compressor, the Soundgoodizer. And I recommend at this part, you definitely want to listen to speakers and see like, okay, does this actually sound good on speakers, right? Does it sound good on speakers? It's hard to tell on headphones. And I use headphones this whole video because I just have to record that way. But when you're like actually making beats, I would recommend doing the mixing part, especially the mixing part on speakers, for sure. Because this sounds good to me. So you see, like it's just like some techniques, and I think the melody's alright. Like I said, I give the pattern probably like maybe an A minus. Sound probably like a B plus. B mix, I give like a B plus. So overall the melody's okay. I probably could have made like I said, it's not always going to be great and perfect every time, but I think that's enough. And obviously there's the rest of the beat. Like I could continue to add different melody sounds, like counter melodies, to make it sound better. This is just like one sound in the beat basically at this point. I could, the bass might be fire. Again, A, maybe an A plus the bass, maybe an A plus the kick snares and all that. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Melody Doctor. Be sure to head to melodydoctor.com. Definitely get the template that I use. The template's hard. I'm surprised nobody's purchased it yet, although I just kind of started making videos. But this template is kind of genius, I'll be honest. Like, it's almost like the first template like this, I think. specifically designed to make like kind of better beats. Like, I mean, using color psychology. I study color psychology because I'm a marketer. Um, so yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.